2022 NFL Draft coverage on Keon Sports is brought to you by JBL Roofing and Construction. Sports fans and homeowners alike, let me take this moment to tell you about JBL Roofing and Construction. JBL is a licensed, bonded, and an insured contractor with experience to complete any job needed for your home or property. Let our team of professionals help you with vinyl siding, windows, roofing, and gutters. Get the job done right the first time and stress-free with JBL. Call them today at 330-677-9463. That's 330-677-9463. Or visit them on the web at jblrc.com. Jeffrey Protects Insurance. In today's day and age, insurance from someone you can trust is more important than ever, and you won't make a better choice than Jeffrey Protects Insurance. At JPI, they specialize in Medicare, healthcare services, and life insurance. Visit them at jeffreyprotects.com or call them at 330-304-7267. That's 330-304-7267. Dave's Golden Shear Barbershop, a staple of the community since 1954. Dave's Golden Shear Barbershop has been your trusted barber for nearly a century of great haircuts. With affordable prices and excellent customer service, there is no better place to get your cut. It is located at 26915 Center Ridge Road in Westlake. And TNT Construction, your top choice for residential, commercial remodeling, construction, and building services, not only in Cleveland, but all of Northeast Ohio. Look them up today at tntcleveland.com. And as we're about to take a look at the top 3 offensive tackles, in my opinion, out of this class, there might have been some surprises from the other classes. As for this one, I think it will be fairly straightforward from what people expect, who the top 3 will be. Now it's a matter of what order these 3 guys are going to go in. I'm not sure about that. But they all are pretty close in talent. They all have a lot of potential, so we'll just dive right in. At number 3, Charles Cross, Mississippi State. So Cross, he's a lean pass-protecting left tackle. He moves really well laterally. Again, he is ideal as a pass protector. He's okay as a run blocker, but he's not really overpowering. He doesn't have the weight, the size of those other 2 guys that I'm about to list here in a moment. But he does have that quickness and is probably a better pass protector than both of those guys. He reacts very quickly to counter moves. He can really mirror the defender. So I like the potential that he has. He's going to fit in nicely with a team that is tackle needy. Probably get to play right away. My player comparison for him, last year, Rashaan Slater was the top offensive tackle pass blocking wise. That's where I think that Charles Cross, that's where he has some similarities. He's not as big as Slater, but again, Slater, such a talented pass protector, very agile, and that's who Cross would best compare to. He'll go somewhere in the top 20 picks. It's going to be somewhere in the first round. Top 20 would be my guess. Best fits for him, New Orleans, they could use another left tackle. New England, they're still working on putting in some pieces on that offensive line. Tampa Bay can add a tackle there, keep Tom Brady upright, protect his blind side. And then the wild card team, I would say, is Denver. Brought in Russell Wilson. Pretty happy with what they have on the interior, but again can improve that exterior at offensive tackle as well. Number 2, Evan Neal of Alabama. So Alabama with Neal had a massive tackle. He's naturally a left tackle. He has a lot of size. Not only is he good in the run game, moves bodies very easily. Again, he is still a fairly good pass protector as well. Only thing is, with his size, he sometimes has a tough time kicking out against really speedy edge rushers. But I do think he'll best translate to right tackle in the league. Could play some left tackle or right tackle. Not sure which side he'll be on, but they'll figure that out. Of course, the team that takes him. A lot of potential there. I do think because of that size, he does have a tough time changing direction sometimes. So when there's a stunt, when something's happening where he thinks it's going outside and then he needs to switch to block inside, again, that's where he can get caught a little bit out of position. My player comparison for him is Orlando Brown. I do think there's some similarities there with Orlando Brown. Neal is a good player. Brown's a good player. If he can be Orlando Brown at the next level, again, he'll still be a good starter. My projection for Neal is the top 10. Best fits, the New York Giants. They can really put somebody at right tackle. Neal would be a good fit there. The New York Jets also could put somebody at right tackle. Again, both of those teams, Neal would probably find himself on the right side. Seattle's had a really bad offensive line. Russell Wilson's dealt with that during his whole time when he was in Seattle. He's no longer there. Now, Drew Lock at the moment is the starter. Again, they're probably going to get another quarterback, whether that's via trade and picking up a guy like Baker Mayfield, whether they make a move in the draft. Regardless, they need to make sure they keep their quarterback upright. Neal could help them do that. And then the wild card team, the Carolina Panthers. Do I think they're going to go tackle there in the top 10? No, I do not. They're possibly even going to be the one that go quarterback right away. But if for some reason they decide to go with another position group aside from quarterback, or they don't go defense, I wouldn't be shocked to see them go for a guy like Neal at offensive tackle, because it would fit some needs that they have as well on the offensive line. And then number 1, Ikem Ekwanu. And he is out of North Carolina State. Really strong left tackle. Excellent run blocker. Ton of speed downhill actually as a lead blocker. So getting him out on the run, getting him downhill to the second level, it's a strength of his. He has great athleticism to couple with that size. Excellent intangibles. I really expect him to become a star right away. He has the right demeanor for the NFL. He's a strong pass protector, but there's plenty of room to improve as a pass protector. What he struggles with are inside counter moves. Getting a little bit of that speed to get back inside, change direction. Sometimes he does get a little bit top heavy, can get out over his toes. It hurts with the balance a little bit, but overall, Ekwanu will go early. He's a really good player. Really the top tackle in this class. He and Neal are pretty close. Same with Charles Cross. All three of those guys. Definitely that top 3. But I see a lot of ability there with Ekwanu. Probably going to translate to left tackle. Not going to really play any right tackle. I'd assume he'll be left tackle wherever he goes. That being said, his player comparison is Jack Conklin for me. Conklin's good as a pass protector, but he's predominantly known as a physical but fairly athletic run blocker. Opens up a ton of holes. Ekwanu's going to be on the left side, but there's some similarities with Jack Conklin. My projection, top 10. He'll go somewhere in the top 10. I wouldn't be surprised if Evan Neal maybe goes before him, or Ekwanu can go first. That's 50-50. That's up in the air. My guess is Charles Cross will be the third tackle to go off of the board, even though they're all pretty close in comparison with their abilities. Best fits, Carolina. Again, don't think they're going to go tackle right away, but that would be a good fit. Atlanta, they could use another tackle. Keep Marcus Mariota, who's now the starter, upright. Seattle, mentioned that might be a great opportunity for them to, if they're not going quarterback early, they can look to go offensive tackle and protect who they end up with at quarterback. And then the last one, the wild card team, the New Orleans Saints. Again, mentioned that they're really looking for a left tackle. Would be a really good fit there, but the Saints are later on. They're past the top 10. Maybe they could trade up, come and get Ekwanu. If he falls and slips through the top 10, maybe he can get to the New Orleans Saints. That wraps it up for the offensive tackles. Again, probably not too many surprises there in this position group, but make sure to stay tuned inside the interior offensive linemen coming up next.